Okay, hello and welcome back to High Fleet. So, we've got... We need to send these fuel silos out. In fact, we want to probably go here. Right. And here, we want to quickly get these attached. You know the drill at this point. And 1, and 2, and 3. 4, 5. We'll have one for intercepting as well. 6. That'll take quite a few hours, but should be worth it. We'll not bother with the whole naming thing. And they'll squat there and protect the reactor. And while we're just kind of sat, let's just send these back as well. Right. Voskhod. I'm actually liking the Voschods on this part of the game, because they carry a decent bit of fuel and you can just kind of send them. We can't go to Urkesh, we didn't take that. We can go here. Right, let's see what we can manage to get together here. Oh wow, Voskhod, and Intrepid, right. Okay. Voskhod can go this way. Oh, we could almost get there. Right. The rest of us will go this way. A tanker, a gladiator, and another tanker. Who and where? 120. What's Kodu? Have I just sent it flying past? Have I dodged it? I think I might have just dodged a missile. Like, a nuclear missile. Okay. Interesting. We are finding too many tankers around. intrepid. Okay, something's trying to nuke me. Really? They've nuked my fuel. No! Not the fuel! Not the oil! They've just wasted nukes on a damn tanker. Annoying, yes. But... oh well. By splitting our forces, that's not disastrous. Four Negevs and a Nomad, Jesus Christ. Unsurprisingly, we died. I mean, we can retry it a few times. You never know, it might spawn us on top of the thing. I don't think it ever will, but again, we can try. Yeah, we can. Goodness sakes, if we could actually ram that into the Nomad, it would actually basically obliterate them. So we've still got 2 strike groups unaccounted for. I'm going to check that.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Detecting there.
Thermal signature detected. Attention. Thermal signature detected. Attention.
Yeah, we're getting nuke spammed. And it's damaged our fuel. They're not going to fight us fair. They're going to missile spam us until we're dead.
The fuel system is burning. Abandoned ship. Thermal signature detected. Attention. Thermal signature detected. Attention. Visual contact.
I think there's a carrier here. The thing is though, is we have to be careful, they home in toward the target. Theoretically it could have been fired from just anywhere around here, that. But I would tend to guess that it's probably Uchkodu. But they're definitely coming from the south. We can abandon here, they're not coming here. Grab what we can. Another Voskhod. We need fighting ships now. What else have we got? Fat Man, it's something. Not much, but it's something. I think they're going to run out of ammo at this rate. They've got 10, haven't they? 10? I think we're just gonna eat their ammo. In fact, even better. Load the AP. Rockets, bombs, explosive bombs, explosive bombs. 250 kilo bombs, yes please. Mega rockets, yeah, let's just send them, okay? Let's send them to here. See what they find. Hello there! We got reinforcements. We hear you like rocket spam, so we thought we'd spam you a bit with some spam. We've got 3 more of them. Oh, yeah, they didn't like that. Right, let's see what else we can get. Can the Scarab make it to here? Oh, he can. Did I not grab stuff from here? Oh wow. Right, in that case, is it another carrier? Ooh, Fatman? Well, actually I'm not that impressed with Fatman. Shipworks, what have we got? Right, we've got those nukes in stock. Where can we attach them? Something needs to carry these nukes. We could probably attach a few here. Right, let's put a couple on the sides. You know, just sort of there. Lovely, looks fantastic. And nuke, and nuke, and nuke. 11 hours. Bosh God. Sure. In the meantime, let's go and drop a bunch of bombs on them. Ah, no. Yeah, it's just this way. Good, okay. Go. Launch the bombs and the rock and the things and... Yes, yes, get him, get him, get him, get him. All on the Nomad, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, and some rocket strikes. Oh, they aren't going to be happy. They're going to be so annoyed at that. Now I'm the one with aircraft carriers peeing everyone off. Yes! Sucks to be you guys.
Attention. Visual contact.
We're in chase. Okay, we've got an Intrepid. Incendiaries, and that can just ram, I guess. Ow. Ow. No, ow, ow, I'm eating too many missiles.
A generator has been destroyed. Structural damage received. The fuel system is burning. Fuel system is on fire. Target destroyed. Fuel system is on fire. Fuel system is on fire.
Oh, it's hit it.
The fuel system is burning. It is overheating.
We'll see how it goes. The Voshkod might do it.
The fuel system is burning.
We're dead, we're dead. I've run out of fire extinguishers. Ah,
Fuel tanks are on fire.
yeah, it's got exposed fuel, this.
Fire. Structural damage received.
No flares, no anything.
Fuel tanks are on fire.
Yeah, it has to be done with the Intrepid. If we're going to do anything, it has to be the Intrepid. It has to be the Intrepid. Dodge. Your life literally depends upon it. Yeah, shoot your own thing. Round, normal rounds now. Oh, that hurt.
Missile destroyed.
I forgot about the missiles again as well.
Fuel tanks are on fire. Fuel 50%. Engine lost. The fuel system is burning. Structural damage received. Fuel system is on fire.
Right, we've got one chance.
Structural damage received.
Get them.
The fuel system
No.
is burning. Engine overheating.
Engine overheat. They've gone. Voshkod.
Engine lost.
Oh. Uh-oh. The game's having a think about it. Ah, it doesn't like that we crashed. We crashed into the ground, it just crashed in general. Unfortunate. Right. We'll hit it up again and we'll see what we can do in that fight. I'm not sure when the last save will have been at that point. It's a good question, really, that. When is the last save point that we did? Progress 99%. $90. Something coming from there. What happened to our slingshot that was sent over here? Or is it before we did that? I don't think it's before we did that. Did they just nuke it? And what happened here? Why is there just the tanker left? Oh, it's before we even got it. I understand. Oh, that's when it last saved, right. Okay, the big rockets, like these big rockets, very effective. And we'll send some big bombs as well. Yeah. We did get the, there it is. Right. We're moving up. And this is going to get some new weapon systems. Right. Yep, they're still there. They're still there. Ooh, yep. The Nomad is not happy about this at all. Look at him all grumpy. A few fires started. Oh, that Camoran's not gonna like that. Ooh. Now. Knowing what we now know, which you could argue is a little bit cheating, but hey, the game crashed on me. I'm going to take what I can get. If the game didn't want me to know that stuff, it shouldn't have crashed. We know that there's an enemy force moving in here. We can't quite get there with the Hellfire. Unless... I was going to say maybe I can put some more fuel on. Unfortunately not. I'm going to say if we can quickly stick a couple fuel canisters on. It were an interesting idea, but oh well. We could still set off. We'll go. We're off.
Attention. Visual contact.
Run! Some of them have been yeeted, unfortunately.
Attention. Visual contact.
We're not getting out of this, are we? Okay.
Warning. Radar emission detected. Attention. Visual contact. Engine overheating. Attention. Visual. Engine overheating. Attention. New target on the radar. Missile away. Abandoned ship.
Okay, Kiev has been hit. Come on. No, not. Right. All of that. Big rockets. Go. And go. And go.
Warning. Radar emission detected.
Please say that crippled it. Just burn the damn thing.
Overheating engines. Evacuate the ship.
Is it on fire? Is it dying? Is it dying?
Engine overheating.
Ow! We'll have to just let it sit here and cook for a little while. It's got to be destroyed. I think we've found a blind spot on it as well. I think enough of its guns have been destroyed just here that it can't properly shoot us. No.
A generator has been destroyed.
Shit. It's fine, we're still up, Problem with this blind spot is it's on the right. Its bridge is on the left. There we go.
A generator has been destroyed.
His guns have glitched out and we're gone.
Warning, radar emission detected.
120. Here? I think here.
Attention, new target on the radar.
One carrier destroyed.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Let's scout that out.
Warning, radar emission detected.
That's the strike group. Oh, that nomad's on fire. So that's the strike group then. If they get taken out,
Attention, new target on the radar.
what gets me though, because it's definitely cheating. It's like, well, how do you know? A nomad carries 2 nukes. I know, Because I have one. Yeah, this thing's fired. Honestly, I think it's more like 10 or something. This thing's fired like at least half a dozen, maybe more. It could have been the other one. I don't know. I do think that, and it is a known fact. I'll be honest. If you ever play strategy games, they're often known for, rather than designing really cool, good, intelligent AI, they usually just make them cheat. And they'll be sharing, they can have laser guided, I guess, then. Incendiary, 8. Laser guided, 8. Armor piercing, 16. Okay. Could put the paladin sooner. In fact, we can open with a paladin. Only a few armor piercing rounds, it's all you need sometimes.
Missile launched.
2 kills. It's going down. It has taken out a portion of the Nomad's army on the top. It did get the ramming. Okay. Ow! Just fire all missiles before we don't get a chance. Oh, that was nasty. Right. Ow. Got him though. Ow, 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 ow. Fuel system on them is... it was on fire. They've used the extinguishers. Just try and dodge around a bit. Dodge around a bit. Come on. Shoot that. Yeah, get one good burst in. A good burst on the top of this. Yeah. They've hit themselves with their own missile as well. They are close, I think. They are close. Yeah, they're on fire. Got him. Sort of. This is as good as dropping bombs, armor piercing rounds like this. Control the fall. Control the fall.
Evacuate the ship.
It's nearly sawn in half, that now.
Missile away. Engine overheating. Engine lost. Structural damage received. The fuel system is burning.
Okay, my guns have glitched out a bit. There we go, they're back up. Oh. I think we're clipped. Peter is not going to be happy with me after this one. Hey, did you ram anything that last game? No.
Fuel tanks are on fire. Engine overheating. The fuel system is burning.
We'll just abandon that one. It's already gone, basically. Archangel. Wow. That was a big boom. It's gone. Oh yeah, this thing has a 130mm cannon loaded with AP rounds. It does that. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh. My kindness stat's going down, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Okay, this one I did actually do. The morale's down a little bit. I mean, you know, nuclear annihilation and all that. I would say it was necessary. I had set off. Screw you.
Fuel tanks are on fire.
No.
Abandon ship.
Get after them.
Attention, new target on the radar.
Right, Voshkod, Fatman, the Gladiator can do it. Right, the Gladiator's gonna have to pull its weight and then some here. We've got oh my god, we've got so much armor piercing. Oh, yes! Right, these are just going to distract the missiles and ram if necessary. This is the final target. This is it. If we win here, we've got it. Okay, fat man. Here we go. They're probably actually going to end up shooting most of the missiles down themselves at this rate. Wow, you shoot all that. You can see the damage on the right. Oh no. Like some of the little struts and plates on the outside edge have come loose. Oh no. Uh-oh, we might have got an antenna. These things basically do nothing unless they're a mast. The Hellfire works because there's about, you know, a dozen of these. Ow, 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 ow. They are on fire. God, it can't even kill itself properly. They are actually terrible. Oh, no, it didn't. It wasn't terrible. Bottom left, it's opened up a breach. There's a breach in the armor. Ow! Oh god, wow. Breach. Oh, it might be on fire. We could do this. Just uses fire extinguishers, immediately gone. We've also got like 200 odd of these rounds, so don't be shy with them. You can immediately tell the difference between the firepower. How about that one there? Get some missiles off. Ow! Got him. Git. Probably use this one as cover from the other. Don't bash into him. No, don't get too keen for ramming. We don't do that unless we're about to go. Right, come on, keep using him as cover from the other. Dodge the missiles. Fuel's low, they took a fuel tank out, I think. Holy crap, we got one. So close. How many extinguishers does it have? This Typhoon definitely has a blind spot as well. I think it's the same as the Nomad. There's a blind spot just here-ish. Or at least I thought there was. How many Voskhods do we have here? Problem is all this little like nuisance fire we're getting. The other one's gone. Might have been fuel. Could have been out really. So close. Of course we're going to retry. Of course we're retrying it. The Gladiator basically, it has to beat these. It can't lose. The problem with the Gladiator is it's a close range brawler of a ship. So if we want to be maximum effectiveness, we kind of have to get in real close. Or just hit them with missiles from a mile away apparently. But we don't have any more of those. Oh, they're trying to get me right. They've nearly got my right engine. Get! Go! Come on. Nearly got... There it is. Swapping targets. Missed. Gotta hit these targets. Gotta hit them. Wow, that does so much damage. It's so close to death. We've only got half of our ship left, but so has that. We've got him. We've got him. I think even if this thing succeeds now, it's victory. This can't launch nukes. I mean, the Fat Men might actually get him. We'll see, but I doubt it. They can be surprisingly effective, these, when you give them a moment. Yeah. Oh, it's on fire, it's on fire. It's those cannons we have to be wary of. If we can get one good shot along the bottom. Yeah, the armour on the top right and the bottom beneath it is open. The cannon, I believe, is on the top, so if we go underneath, the fuel silo should get in the way of incoming fire. It can't shoot through its own fuel, I hope. So, if we can just get properly positioned here, underneath it, and kind of just, you know, air brake a bit here, we should theoretically be able to just keep shooting up into it, into the fuel. And one of two things will happen. One, it burns and explodes. Well, it'll keep burning and using up its using up its fire extinguishers, and maybe it has enough. Maybe it has enough of those. But we are actually destroying the containers regardless. It will run out of fuel at this rate. It's on 62%. Even if it puts out all these fires, we can just stay alive long enough. Let's just get to the left again. No, we can't. We've lost engines a bit. Oh. Is that it? Is it done? I think they get the honour of Royal Guard for that. Riot danger, don't worry, they can all have a nap for a while. Destroy strike groups, 1. Where are they? There. Is this the one with the... Which is the group with the nukes being attached? It was on the Voskhod, wasn't it? We'll move up here, so there's someone guarding. You go down there. Am I missing something? Was it slightly out of range? If it was slightly out of range. I mean, I've got more. Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm sure we destroyed this strike group, but we must have just, I think, yeah, we got the Nomad so that they can't launch nukes anymore. Right, we'll get over there.
Attention, visual contact.
Last ditch effort for them. Right, don't ram anything. Or you're gonna have morale issues. And don't take too many attempts. Well, don't take any more than this attempt. You don't have the morale for it. Your units are gonna riot. What? Are they that badly damaged?
Target destroyed.
No idea. I don't think it was fuel. Because they've been at that other place there. That's it. I'll inform the crew that our operation was a success. This is it. I leaned back in the chair and closed my eyes. The tons of war machinery around me finally fell silent. Not a clank, nor rattle, or rustle. The perpetual hum of the jet engines seemed so far away, so distant I could barely hear it. Hundreds of people freeze at their battle stations as Praetor's slow rhythmic voice rings out from the loudspeakers announcing that the war is over. It's time to return to Kiev. Praetor Ignatievich, the sooner we show them the reactor is functional the better. I have a personal request for you, Grand Duke. There is a pillar in the reactor control room in Kiev. I saw it many years ago, back when we had to withdraw from Garat. There was something written on the pillar. It looked very old, and the letters, the language, it looked very similar to a coda. I remember it very clearly. If you could take a look at it, perhaps you can read it. I have a feeling it may be important. We arrive in Kiva. Oh. Thought something was going to happen then. I feel like music's meant to be playing there. I hope the ending hasn't just glitched out. I think the ending just glitched out. Hang on. Can't be having that. Have we got... Da, da, da. High Fleet ending. Google. Go! Right, let me have a look. No, that's it. The next day we were in Kiev. I've got a video up here on it. And the credits roll. The next day we were in Kiva. Yeah, it's bugged. The ending's bugged. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, all of that. Ah. Well, I would like to think if it's all about prophecy and we're the prophesized saviour of the world who's gone there, then I reckon we go to Kiva. Now, this is in my head, and we find a quota that literally says something along the lines of what has just happened. You know, the great chosen champion shall strike down at the strike down at the enemies. But the victory shall only come through sacrifice or something on those lines. Quite fitting for us, just ramming all of our ships into the damn thing. But that will be the end of High Fleet. I've noticed this is doing very well on the channel. So, if you are wanting to see more High Fleet, and has it added all of those points to my to this? It has not. So I don't. If you win the game, it doesn't add the extra points. Unfortunately, I think at the end it was going to add like another 50 grand or something supposedly, but it hasn't. But it's been doing very well on the channel. I might consider in a while But you'll have to, if you are wanting me to do more Hive Fleet, by all means feel free to request it in the comments or something, or anything along those lines. If you have design suggestions for the ships, I was actually looking at one point about a carrier, but I took apart the longbow bit by bit in the ship works, and honestly, it really is just engines, fuel, and aircraft. There's not much to it. There's 2 guns for self-defense, but I don't think you could actually get something much cheaper than this with as many aircraft. You could probably put more aircraft on it now that you've already got the engine power and the fuel and that. You know, you could probably extend the runway, add a few more aircraft, but I don't think you could do much more with the longbow. But the idea has crossed my mind of maybe creating a carrier and trying out like a giant carrier sort of thing for a run. Yeah, just an enormous carrier. That could be an idea. And one idea is, of course, we can always flick this switch here. That's a potential idea for a playthrough. I'll just come off this quickly though, so we don't accidentally start a new game. But yeah, if you would be interested, let me know. Those of you who have been watching the series, and I know there's been a few people leaving me suggestions, and it's appreciated, but I have basically played this, I think, almost exclusively for around a week, to the point where I think literally it's been this. I quickly finished off the Call of Duty, Battle Pass on the weekend for the double XP, and I've been playing the Back 4 Blood beta, but other than that, the entire week has been this. I actually had to tear myself away from it occasionally to make more episodes of The Ascent because I was getting a bit behind from my initial playthrough, from my initial play session. I'd recorded about 4 or 5 episodes initially. They've long since run out, and I need to get some new ones up before there starts to be a gap. But this, yeah, if you have been watching, I think there's a gap of about 20 episodes between where you've all been and me finishing the game at this point. So if you have been leaving me comments, making suggestions, apologies. But thankfully, I do my own research. I've been using the manual, and I have been looking things up online, doing little tutorials. I think overall, though, I'm happy with the playthrough. I'm annoyed at the ending. It's a shame that the ending is. I think that's obviously glitched. And honestly, with everything that's gone off, what I would say, I think my final thoughts on the game, it's been very much enjoyable. I think as a game, it is an excellent game. Honestly, it may end up being up there in terms of like when I think of 2021, I'll probably think of Hive Fleet. Absolutely excellent. It's one of those games which is it's very rare where you really have to you approach it like a puzzle, and you learn more and more mechanics. And I get why the tutorial can't have everything in there, because it would be a monstrously sized thing, and it's why they've just gone with a manual. I get that. It would be nice for if there was more in the tutorial. I think at the very least they should show you carriers and maybe launch a theatre missile. I wouldn't mind that, but so criticise it. So my critiques of the game would be, the little things that have niggled at me, I think, would be just that some of the mechanics are a bit sort of cryptic and you don't really understand what's going off, I think that they should show you how to decrypt a message at some point as well. That would be useful, because I was literally stupid enough to not notice those decryption dials there, but okay. I think it could just be a little bit better explained, and to the point where I think it should just go through one with you would be helpful. Moreover, I think though then that I think maybe you use a little bit too much fuel, but I managed, so it's probably fine, and I'm using a very, very inefficient gas guzzling fleet, so it's to be expected, I suppose. I think that's mostly my critiques. Other than that, all my critiques revolve around the ending. Obviously, yeah, it being glitched and not showing you the true ending at the finish is obviously a problem. Very annoying, very disheartening that. But I can kind of, I can make my own up, and eventually it'll get fixed, and I'll just look it up online, I suppose. I might even, if I remember and think back when it does get fixed and I find out the true ending, I might even drop a pinned comment or something and just type out the ending, or put a link to a video that's got got the ending there, whichever. But other than that, I think that so it's pretty good that. I think that the other issue with the ending, it feels like you don't get enough prep time. I think that ending, it's a bit harsh. You don't get enough prep time. You really you have to know what you're doing beforehand, and it's a little bit. Well, obviously you're not going to know exactly what you're doing prior to doing the mission. Yeah, it's going to get. It's just you're going to make a mess of it. You're not going to know how to handle it. I think without a lot of luck, you're going to find yourself failing that over and over and over again. You can't just go into that. You have to know what's coming somehow. So you need to be psychic. You know, you have to be psychic or to have watched it on YouTube prior. Only then would you know to do some prep work beforehand, because you have to. If you don't, you're dead. Right? Even then, when we had all of that, it still took us probably, like 6 goes or so, I think 6 or 7 goes, something like that. It took a lot, and we had to just throw ourselves at them. You know, I was just sending ship after ship after them. You know, blasting away all the ammo, doing what we could, and then when the engines are gone and the ship's on fire and they're all gonna die anyway, it's like, well, let's try and at least control the crash into them, and hope that opens gaps in the armour, sets them on fire or anything. But it really is that kind of. So you have. It's kind of that scenario where you have to know what's coming beforehand. I think it shows bad design that you should be able to handle it, assuming you've got there in reasonable condition. Granted, I got there by the skin of my teeth because I expected that was the end, so I kind of beelined it at the end. But some kind of, and again, I think honestly the easiest way to fix this would be to give you some prep time. If it just said something like, right, they'll be here in X amount of days, rather than it being immediate. And if they were all strike groups or tactical assets, that's to say that if you searched on those tropo scanners, whatever those satellite dishes are, if you could scan on those to find them, and you had some days to prep, I think that could be a lot better, right? I think that would be a significant boon to helping you finish off the game. Yeah, I think that by doing that, it would fix most of the issues and make for a much better endgame scenario. Just a bit of time to prep, and being able to use the satellite dishes to just get a beat on them would be so useful. And I don't know if it is, I'd have to check, but if the ending is preset, so if it's something like it will always be laid out like it currently is, then that's fine. But I think that it shouldn't be random. The last area should connect onto the other paths. Yeah, the other paths should just connect up to it. It should be fine. Because that final area, I think you need a bit of consistency. It could be random. You could randomly do it. But there should be a certain layout, like a set of layouts that it can be. So rather than it randomly generating a series of cities around it, it should pick from a few designs, basically. So that Kiva is always, there's always maybe 4 cities or 5 or 6 cities which can launch nukes from, which are relatively close, right? Because that role that I got there, one of the areas, if the missile carrier was there, I could do nothing about it and would immediately die. Another one of the areas, so that was the top left. The bottom left, so the southwest, so yeah, northwest, if it's there you're instantly dead, just restart the run. Southwest, it is, yeah, the southwest, it's that was manageable because you've got some leeway, you'll be able to detect it before it gets to you. So that was reasonable. You can get ships over there and keep an eye on it. And the ones on the right side were very easily managed because they could only get through that one city on the top, or they had to go to the very bottom. So it was, and in the end I got lucky and everything spawned on the right, and that's the one I won. The spawns can really screw you, especially when it's random. It really can. Thankfully it isn't a full-on roguelike, and I will say that it is a roguelike in a loose sense. You do have runs, you can kind of soft lock the run and things. You do have meta progression, you get more bonus starting currency, and what else? Yeah, and the citizen locations and the things that are there on them, the advantage to each city is all randomly generated. So it is a roguelike, but thankfully, to the devs' credit, they didn't go full on in, because yeah, you get save points as you go. I think if it weren't for that, it literally would be an unbearable game to play. I think that they've managed to create an incredibly good game that just barely skirts on the edge of becoming incredibly frustrating, especially towards the end. I think if it weren't for that save system, this entire game would just be rendered practically unplayable. So thank God for that. If you had to restart the run every single time, it would be maddening, that. Especially at that end bit, because it's incredibly unfair. But the ending, it is, yeah, like I say, just I think that's the bit that really needs tweaking more than anything else. I think that the ending, more than anything else in the game, really, really needs a tweak. Other than that, as I've mentioned before, other things in the game, I'd just improve the ship works here. I'd like a redo, an undo button, maybe like a copy paste or things like that. I would also probably put the ability to create your own flagships. It'd just be nice to be able to do it in game without having to edit game files, you know. But yeah, other than all that, I think they've done a incredibly good job. I've really enjoyed my time. But that, and I think that pretty much sums it up. Only thing else I could think would be to, in fact, I think they've even got a form of this in the game where I think now if we were to look at this, oh, we get, it's the ending again. Yeah, it just immediately quits, yeah. Right. But I do believe that right here, between runs, we get new ships. So we've unlocked the Scarab, we've unlocked the Voskhod. Did we have a Voskhod beforehand? I think we might have. We've unlocked the Intrepids, the Wanderer Mark II, the Paladin, Jaguar. Those are two different Paladins. What? Okay. Gepard Mark II. We've unlocked. Did we unlock the Slingshot? We've unlocked the Comoran there. Wow, the Comoran's only 47 grand for that ship. That thing's like, this is an amazing ship. For that cost, that's ridiculous. Really, really good, like tanky frigate. That. There's a Fennex. They're 13 grand. The Rook's better than them. It has a fire extinguisher. This thing's terrible. I will put that out there as well, by the way. Worst ships in the game. Fennec, easily. Is there a Fat Man as well? There they are, 17 grand. 17 grand, Fat Man. You can almost get a B-bomber. This thing can take out frigates. This thing, well, not frigates. This thing can take out. Is it frigates that come after it, or is it cruisers? I know it's corvette. I think it is. No, I think it's frigate then, isn't it? Corvette, frigate, cruiser. I think. I don't know. Anyway, it can take out some like pretty good like medium ships. It can take out like gladiators and that. Can the B-bomber? Whereas same with wasps. The wasps can not the wasps. The hornets as well can absolutely shred larger ships, and yet a Fat Man, which is absolutely terrible, costs 17 grand. Good lord. Anyway, I think though I've said everything I want to say there. Unfortunate about the ending, but again, show your support for the saves if you want it to be continued in any way. If you want me to do any more on this, but I think that is otherwise as far as I'll be taking this. Coming on the channel next, which probably by the time this is up, it'll have long since started as a series, given how much of a backlog I have of this. It will be Humankind, I believe, is the next thing I'm going through. Should be out in a few days on my end. But thank you very much for watching, and I think that's that for Hive Fleet. I'll see you next time.